The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome, everybody. We have the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great, in some minds, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Miami Heat as they go up against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. Looking at the Bulls, it's been a very successful first half of the season for them. When the opportunity to win a ball game has been there for them, they have grabbed it over and over. And guys, we'll see Fred Hoiberg at the helm in this one. He was brought into Chicago to revamp their offense. How do you see the Bulls continuing to evolve with him as the coach?
Well, you know, their early offense has changed. They get the ball up quicker. They shoot the ball earlier in the shot clock, and they're much more aggressive on the offensive end. Defensively, I don't know if they're better than they were last year under Hoiberg, but they're definitely offensively, and he encourages them to play, Shaq, with a high tempo and get up and down the court.
Yeah, Kenny, but shot selection is their weakness right now. You know, that's one thing they got to improve, you know, especially if they continue to run his system.
That'll wrap it up. Let's go courtside. Thanks for joining us.
We're broadcasting from Chicago as the Bulls get ready to take the hardwood here at the United Center. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And, of course, Jimmy Butler. This will be their second game without him.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Luke Babbitt is out there with Whiteside. Then there's Wayne Ellington. Then there's Dragic. And it's Waiters in at the 2. The odd fact for the Heat, they have a lot of left-handed players on their roster, Brent, enough to field a complete lineup. In fact, of softballs. They did so last season.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome to watch. And I'm just not sure how it is that guys play backwards, Kevin, as a right-handed player.
Levine. And here's Dragic. He had 19 points in the win against Cleveland.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring and setting up his teammates.
And Hassan Whiteside signing a max contract to return to the Miami Heat this summer. What a dramatic change of fortune for a player, Greg, who bounced around early in his career.
And how about it, Kevin? I think he may be the first player in history to jump from making the NBA minimum to the NBA maximum in one season. He's going to be making 30 times more than he did last year. And who wouldn't like that kind of a pay raise? And really, you got to commend the Bulls for the success they've had in the draft. You look at that roster, you see a ton of big-minute players who were drafted by the Bulls. They've done a great job of finding players to fill roles within that team.
Here's Waiters after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Here's Babbitt with the 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
I think mostly they just did not give themselves a chance on the inside. They settled too much for the jump shot. I would have liked to have seen a better effort to get the ball to the paint.
Count it, good. And with the Bulls and their draft success, a lot of it has come with picks, Greg, later on in the draft.
Yeah, the last lottery pick the Bulls had was Derrick Rose. Not a bad one there.
Yes.
But since then, they've drafted or made trades on draft day to find a ton of rotation players. Give a lot of credit to their scouting department for their continued success.
And the dunk by Lopez.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down. That's great recognition. Saw he had the height advantage and exploited it.
Wade against Waiters. Right side a screen. Waiters dishes to Ellington. Outside Dragic. 5 on the clock. From about 19 feet. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Lopez has got 4 rebounds in this game. Kane kicks to Mirotic. Great look, but off the mark.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Waiters with the ball. Wade picks him up. Here's Whiteside. Misses off the right iron.
Well, he's seen it before where he can light it up with the best in the league, but right now he just does not have the touch.
The Heat trail by 5. Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game. The Bulls have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Wade kicks to Lopez. Pass to Mirotic. Lopez a screen. And it's Payne in the corner. And again, no good by Chicago. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra. We talked about keys to the game, and he thinks shot blocking has to be even more important. He said, look, we want to keep them out front as much as possible, but with our length and timing, we can protect the rim if they break us down. Kevin, he hopes that strategy will help them get their second win in this season series. Back to you.
Okay, Dave, thanks. So it's mainly about defense for them early on.
And it won't just be early. I mean, it'll be about D all game long.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not going with a little bit more of a balanced approach, but they say that defense wins championships, so the focus is there, and we'll see if that gives them the benefit of the doubt.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Big shots, little shots, are there such a thing? They all hit the shots, and it took the fans right out of it. What a performance away from home.
And with the season in full swing, you can really start to see teams hitting their stride. Brent, how brutal is that 82-game regular season schedule?
Well, the league can do all they want with trying to eliminate back-to-backs in 4 games in 5 nights, Kevin, but guess what? 82 is 82.
Yes.
And so the marathon right now is in full swing.
Josh McRoberts has checked in for Miami. They get a hand on it, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Dragic. How last month turned out for him. He's right around 13 points a night, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
Now here's Whiteside. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
Felt like he also was prepared for whatever the opposition was coming at him with. He was either contesting shots or swatting them away. Just a dominant defensive performance all the way around.
Here's Payne. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. There's the dish to Lopez. Outside, Levine. Lopez, no luck. The Heat trail by 3. Now here's Dragic. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And it's sent back by Lopez. And they'll keep possession. Right side against Lopez. Right side, the pass to Waiters. The three. But they get it back. Doesn't go that time. And it's Chicago the other way.
Yeah, this is where you might elect to pass out of the slump rather than shoot out of it.
Wade against Waiters. And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Lopez dishes to Wade. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Wade's got his second basket of the night. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Waiters kicks to Whiteside. Pass to Dragic. From deep. And he's good on the three ball.
You've got to play up on McRoberts as soon as he gets the ball because he hits that kind of shot on a routine basis.
Moment here now for an injury report.
Hey guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer of the Heat. And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
Well, for how hard he competes in the game, you know he's going to do just the same when it comes to rehab. He may recover faster than most because of it.
Here is McRoberts. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's the screen. They shoot again. Right side, missing again.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Well, for a guy who averages 8 attempts at the line during his entire career, Dwayne Wade continues to find ways to get to the charity stripe.
And you can never say enough about Dwayne Wade and his defense, can you, Brent? He's only made a couple of appearances on the all-defensive team in his career, but you can just see his impact.
Yeah, there are times when Dwayne Wade just decides to tune in on the defensive end and use all of that athleticism to shut down the opposing two-guard. One of the best shot blockers at the shooting guard position. In fact, I think has the most blocks as a two-guard that the game has ever seen.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Laverne, he's checked in for Lopez. Bobby Portis comes in for Mirotic. Valentine's checked in for Levine. And it's Jaron Grant in for Payne. Good on both.
You know, watching Dwayne Wade play right now, he is as in control as he's ever been. His body movement, the way he can post up, his patience and timing. All the talk about this fall off, I'm just still waiting for it. He has not declined all that much in recent years.
And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Dwayne Wade. Richardson with it. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Johnson. Offline with his three. And with Wade in his strong play, Brent, late in his career, you can still see him being as efficient and as strong on both ends of the floor.
That's one of the things that Dwayne Wade, the question was, as he got a little bit older, was he going to be able to still find significant ways to score? And his back-to-the-basket game reminds me of the classic footwork we saw from Kobe Bryant. Still able to lift and manipulate the defense.
There's the call on James Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. The Bulls leading by 6. Grant the pass to Morrow. Here's Portis. Bulls moving the ball around. Grant. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Here is McRoberts trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. And it's good. 2 points.
He really can time those perfectly. What an assist.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And Brent, going back a few years to your formative playing days in high school, you played at one of the bigger powerhouse high schools in California. How did playing on such a team that had such high expectations at that early age help your skill level and your overall basketball development?
Well, going to De La Salle High School, if I really wanted success, I should have been a kicker because the football team was off the charts. But we did have great success in basketball, and I did watch my 2 older brothers play at the school, so I understood what the program was about, what kind of expectations there were from the coaches with regards to accountability.
I bet you would have been a pretty good wide receiver.
I might have been, at least for one play, until a linebacker or a cornerback would cut me in half.
Barry going deep. He's got the ball, and there he goes. Now, here's Richardson. 8 points his last outing. Johnson dishes to Richardson. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Richardson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Passes it to Portis. He dishes it to Laverne. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Johnson can't hit.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Morrow has it in the corner. And stolen by Richardson. There's the pass to Haslam. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Portis.
Well, sometimes when you're that wide open, you start to overthink it, and it looks like that's what he did there.
Grant against Johnson. Grant kicks to Portis. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J. Miami trailing. Now Richardson. Haslam a screen. And Josh Richardson gets the 3. Richardson's got 6.
Well, he's not automatic from downtown, but certainly took advantage of the soft defense there.
Morrow kicks to Portis, and there's the feed to Morrow. Grant against Johnson. Portis. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Well, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Johnson wide open. He fires. Does not find the basket. His 3rd miss. He's made just 1 so far. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Really led his teammate there. Never once did he have to break his stride or momentum.
One thing the Bulls have to deal with that is unique to their franchise, Greg, is a extremely high expectation factor from their fan base.
And when you have a rich franchise history like the Bulls, it's a double-edged sword. Fans can always look back at the great years in the 90s, but they'll always long for a return to those days, and sometimes the expectations can be too much.
And for the Heat last season, they seemed to have a very defensive approach to how it is that they wanted to play. Challenged every shot, did well on their rotations, and they definitely limited their opponent's scoring by slowing down the pace of the game.
It's Richardson on the wing. 5 to shoot. Babbitt kicks to Johnson. Richardson for 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Chicago leading. And here's Morrow outside. No good on that one. Johnson outside. He feeds it to Richardson. Lets the three fly. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Richardson's got 9. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Heat lead by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
They seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding edge.
Focusing on the interior, blocking out, maintaining position. That's glass cleaning 101.
On the floor for Miami, Johnson is out there with Josh Richardson. Then it's Luke Babbitt. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And it's Whiteside in at the 5 down low. And he comes up with the deuce. Whiteside's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Heat. Bulls trail by 3. And here's Payne. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Morrow has it in the corner. Second chance shot. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for Miami. First trip to the line for him here. That free throw good for Morrow. They say the coaching isn't about X's and O's, Brent. It's about Jimmys and Joes. But are there some great tactical minds on NBA benches you respect?
I think so. And sometimes, Kevin, those attributes for the coaches are hidden because of the fact that they don't have the right personnel. So there are coaches in our league that sometimes people talk about with very disparaging remarks who don't have the players quite yet that are going to implement that system. I'm namely pointing in Chicago at Fred Hoiberg, who will have that opportunity as the Bulls move forward.
It almost is a patience issue with the owners as opposed to a problem with the coaching.
That's correct. And so you have to let not only the coach develop, but you have to give him the opportunity. And general managers, this is your job. Find the players that are going to help that coach see his system through.
Now Payne, after the missed 3 from Goran Dragic. Lopez sets a screen for Payne. Dishes it to Morrow. Feeds it to Mirotic. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
When you consider just how long and how big Whiteside is down there, it's not surprising that shot blocking is something he does well.
The Bulls making a switch here. Wade's checked in. Poked away, out of bounds, Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Lopez. He's putting up about 17 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Stolen by Waiters. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. A floater. Basket counts.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Well, one thing, Brent, with Dion Waiters is that when he is on, he is red hot. He's one of those players who will get single-digit points for a few weeks, then just explode for 25 or 30 points out of the blue.
Well, that sounds nice, Kevin, but most coaches are seeking consistency, and he's really not had that in the early stages of his career so far. So still trying to figure out his role, but he does bail out his team every now and again with those kind of scoring binges.
And it's blocked by Whiteside, and they get it back. Bulls shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
That free throw missing. So he comes up empty at the line.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
Dragic the pass to Waiters. Whiteside a screen on Wade. Shoots off the screen, and it's sent back by Lopez. Count the basket. Whiteside's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now here's Levine. 11 points for him in that last game against San Antonio.
Well, he has more than enough strength to fight through the D and convert that one. I'm surprised he came up short there.
Here's Dragic. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. Whiteside kicks to Waiters. Pass to Babbitt. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the dish to Whiteside. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. And now it's an 8-point Heat lead.
Well, a good first quarter, good second. This could be a big night.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the 10th pick in the draft can sometimes be a diamond in the rough. You remember Paul Pierce went to the Celtics many years ago with the 10th pick, and Justice Winslow fell to the Heat with the 10th pick a couple of years ago. From day one, Winslow has proven to be on the elite side of defenders in the league. Eric Spoelstra told us he plays with a veteran poise, but also with a youthful intensity, particularly on the defensive end. Kevin, he's been a great fit in Miami.
He just makes winning plays, D.A. Thank you. Bulls have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. And the first one at the line is good. Well, you look at the Miami Heat, and there's a lot of experience on that roster. But you know, Brent, even the role players who have been in this league for a while, well, they've carved out nice roles for the team as well.
Yeah, you can never underestimate what it's like to have experience in the NBA, not only in dealing with training camp and a new coach, but the length of a season, and then potentially, if those things all come together, a nice long playoff run. They play a very controlled style, and Eric Spoelstra has the team pointed in the right direction. Great to see young players like Winslow getting some early important minutes for his career.
Now here's Payne. After the miss from Goran Dragic, Wade with no one around, buried from 15 feet out. Wade's got 8 points.
And the mid-range jump shot is something Dwayne Wade has really perfected throughout his career.
Dragic kicks to Waiters, shoots the 3, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 5 assists tonight. Bulls trail by 8. Now here's Wade. He's coming off a 19-point game against San Antonio.
And he also was really tenacious about attacking the D and creating wide open shots for his other guys. That's why his teammates love him.
Now here is Mirotic, and stolen by Whiteside. Here's McRoberts, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Shooting one. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Well, because he's lefty, you have to say crafty. That's kind of written in the books, Kevin. But Josh McRoberts is that. Plays with a lot of energy and a great role player his entire career, who gets out and sparks his teammates with his playmaking ability.
Here's Dragic. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. Took him no time at all on that one. Whiteside's got 8 points in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And as for McRoberts, he is great in that energy off the bench role, Brent. He leaves everything out there on the floor.
Well, sometimes his emotions can get him a bit behind the 8 ball during a game, but you take the good with the bad. Overall, he's a very, very good passer, a reluctant shooter, but definitely a guy you want to play with who'll set you up for a good look.
Bulls trail by 10. Wade outside. Kicks it to Levine. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Brent, you won titles in San Antonio. They led the way, but it seems like nowadays smaller market teams are becoming just as competitive as the ones in big cities.
Well, I think for guys, they understand watching these small market teams over the course of the last 10, even 15 years, seeing the success that the teams are having, not only on the floor winning championships, but individually where these players show up. They're showing up in commercials. They've got their shoe deals. So the idea of the mass market has gone away. You can have the same kind of exposure, Kevin, as long as you're on one of those 30 NBA teams. They're going to find you.
So much is on TV. You talked about this before. So much is online. Every game is seen. Every player is talked about.
Yeah, there's no way that you can hide from that kind of exposure. So guys who are looking at teams in the future of where it is that they like to play the game, big cities really aren't mattering as much to them anymore.
Now here's Dragic. He kicks to Whiteside. Goes up the baseline. And he overshot that one, missing.
He is struggling mightily, but his teammates in this one have picked him up.
Outside Dragic. Ellington dishes to Whiteside. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Well, the bio says 7 feet and 265. Whiteside usually finds a way to get the shot to go despite being hit, thanks to those numbers. Incredible strength. I mean, there's no doubt that every offense thinks about Hassan Whiteside and what he can do to you on the defensive end of the floor. He bothers so many shots with his height and his length. His timing to go up and swat shots away is just unprecedented. Nice to have a big man in the league that does things like that on that end of the floor.
Now here's Levine. He has 6. To the paint and stolen by Whiteside. To the middle. Here's Waiters. Wade with the block.
You gotta love how much effort Dwayne Wade puts into the defensive end of the floor with blocks like that.
Ellington with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And that one drops for him.
He fought for that second possession, then went right back up with it.
Now here's Payne. It's a 13-point game. Wade outside. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Dragic the pass to McRoberts. Misses the layup. And thinking again on Whiteside, Brent, that is what sticks out to me. His ability to time up blocks with his height is something you very rarely see.
Well, the one thing, Kevin, he does so well is the long arms. He keeps them down and then extends them as quick as possible to get to the ball. And I think that offensive players don't realize he's got a chance to get to him. But that's why he's one of the league leaders in block shots.
And he knocks down the first one. But Brent, you think about free throws, getting a shooting foul is one of the best outcomes offensively for most players, and we've got guys in this league that can really do it well.
Still, one of the most important aspects, Kevin, of an offensive thrust is to show the officials during any game that you're willing to attack the rim and go in there with fearlessness. Most of those guys end up getting to the free throw line and shooting very effective shots. You're always looking for 1 point per possession, and if you can step to the free throw line with nobody around you unguarded and knock a couple down, it benefits your team.
How often, though, do you think that's the best shot as opposed to driving, drawing a couple defenders in there, then kicking it out?
Well, I think
what the analytics would say on that.
Well, I think you have to be really selective on who it is that you're kicking it out to. But certainly the free throw is one of the most important shots in the game of basketball. And usually the most aggressive team is going to shoot more on a nightly basis.
So it's Miami now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Johnson the screen. Dragic with a wide open look. Some changes for Chicago. Laverne comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's Portis in for Payne. And then for Miami, Richardson comes in for Dion Waiters. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Grant against Johnson. Grant, that's good.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Fearless, despite the size mismatch, took it right to him.
Johnson kicks to McRoberts. Heat moving the ball around. On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Grant. McRoberts. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. McRoberts has got 5 points in the quarter.
Once McRoberts gets his legs under him, a nice foundation, he lets the three ball fly, and that one's all strings. Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for the Bulls. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart.
And the story of the game for him has really been painful. I mean, he's tried to get things going, but for whatever reason, between the defense and just his rhythm tonight, the touch just hasn't been there.
Bulls trail by 11. Grant kicks to Laverne. They set the screen. Pass to Morrow. Screen by Grant. He can't get that one. The Heat go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Miami.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. It got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field.
Well, you look at head coach Eric Spoelstra, the first word that comes to mind is meticulous. He started at the bottom. Now he's here. He used to fetch laundry and walk the coach's dogs. Not doing that anymore. Now one of the most respected coaches in the league. To see how far he's come from the film room to the hardwood, you just have to credit remarkable work ethic.
Now here's Richardson. 9 points in the game so far.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Grant outside. Passes it to Morrow. Here's Portis. Richardson covering. Portis can't get it to go.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Morrow, following the score by Miami. To the inside, shot to stop the run. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got his second basket of the game.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And McRoberts kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Richardson for 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit.
Grant the pass to Portis. And it's the Heat on the break. Johnson's got the ball. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. The Heat in 5th.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Luke Babbitt, he's checked in for Miami. No good on the second free throw. Bulls trail by 14. Here's Morrow. Good work there as it goes.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Richardson kicks to Johnson. 1:46 left to play here in the half. Johnson can't hit. The Bulls have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Here's Morrow. Richardson covering. Now Grant, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Inside. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Laverne.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Johnson kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Richardson. Here's Babbitt with the 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 3rd rebound tonight. And it's Grant in the corner. Now the pass to Laverne. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Johnson. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
They set the pick. Pass to Portis. From 8.
You know, looking at his release and his form, it just seems like something is off, and it's affecting both his shot and, at this point, his confidence.
Johnson kicks to Johnson. To end the drought. Another miss by Johnson. Bulls trail by 10. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Laverne throws it down.
A nice pass in close quarters. Sometimes those can be tricky.
Here's Johnson. He's got 6. Has on the screen on Grant. Here's Johnson. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Like a guy delivering ice, a very cool customer there. He knew the clock was winding down, but hit it as though there was no other shot.
And so that's the end of the first half. Heat out front, leading by 10. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how does the defense you're playing impact your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the 2-point line as best as we can.
Yeah, those runouts get your guys going. Thanks a lot, Spo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. 1 half completed. Let's break it down. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. Their play in the second quarter was inspired as they turned what had been a tight contest into a 10-point ball game by the time we reached halftime. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
They did an awesome-orific job. That's right, Ernie, awesome-orific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-orific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free and put you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. And as long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
To fall behind like this at home after only 1 half is upsetting. We're not talking about an insurmountable deficit, but we're not talking about a small one either. They're going to have to play a good second half of basketball for a chance to win this.
That concludes our halftime presentation. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
A double-double already. I mean, this is the sort of energy performance that just energizes your entire team.
Well, ending a game with a double-double is typically a good night. Ending the half with one, well, that's some amazing work.
Mirotić at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Payne out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Levine in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Wade. Levine dishes to Mirotić. Lopez a screen. And Levine, here we go. Wade outside, beyond the arc. But they'll get another chance. Payne passes to Mirotić. A second chance effort, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And that one falls for Mirotić. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Miami leading by 11. Dragic, good look. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Lopez has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Mirotić. Goes back up. Here's Levine. And Whiteside sends it back.
Yeah, they just cannot seem to throw it in the ocean right now. 0 of 3 from the field is not what they wanted.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
When you look back over the career of Dragic, and he's always been mindful to take smart shots, Brent, his offensive efficiency reflects that, and it's rare to see him get bullied into a bad shot.
Well, Dragic has had a great field goal percentage for a scoring combo guard his whole career, but you can imagine, Kevin, how much pressure there is to join a team like the Miami Heat. That can affect some of your confidence. We'll see if Dragic can reestablish that here.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And Waiters kicks to Whiteside. Good D by Lopez.
Well, the defense ready for him there in prevent mode, making sure that he didn't get a clean look at that layup.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, it was controversial in Chicago, but the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg to replace Tom Thibodeau. Hoiberg played for a decade in the NBA, and at Iowa State, he was the fastest coach in school history to reach 100 wins. In Chicago, guys, it seems he's loosened the reins a bit, giving the players a little more leeway to shoot with confidence and air it out offensively.
The players have responded. Thanks, David. Here's Waiters after the made shot from Zach LaVine. There's the screen. Knocked loose. Stolen by Wade. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Dragic dishes to Ellington. Here's Waiters. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. A look at Chicago. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And checking out Miami, right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
And when you look at Miami, they look like a team on a mission. We knew coming into this season that they were going to be one of the teams to beat. They've done nothing to change anyone's mind about that.
The only people whose minds have changed are the people who said they were going to have a down year. There is no one left saying that.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
There's the pick. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. To the paint. It's tipped. It's blocked. They retain possession. Shot clock at 3. It's good. 8 points for Dion Waiters.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Bulls trail by 5. Wade on the wing. He's guarded by Waiters. Mirotic the screen. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from.
And the three-point game stands out as a major sore spot. It just has not been falling for him. I think at this point you start to get away from that shot. Try to engage in other parts of the offense. You don't want to hurt your team if that long ball isn't there.
First free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. It's tipped. The Heat leading by 4. The feed now to Babbitt. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. And the shot is good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Waiters after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Outside Dragic. They set the pick. Inside. Babbitt passes to Whiteside. Well, folks, tonight a great rebounding game we're watching in progress. And now, with that in mind, let's take a look at the all-time record for rebounds in a single game. How about Wilt Chamberlain with 55 rebounds back on November 24th, 1960.
And guys, that's one of those records that always seemed to me impossible to break. I mean, in the modern era, nobody's even sniffed that 55 rebound mark. I mean, heck, a lot of teams don't get 55 rebounds in a game, and Wilt's owned it since 1960.
That one is off.
Nice stroke from the line by Whiteside. He's only going to get better from there with some practice.
Josh McRoberts has checked in for Wayne Ellington. And he's good on the second. Bulls trail by 3. And here's Payne. He feeds it to Wade. Dishes it to LaVine for the tie. The shot, no good. The Heat go the other way with it. Feeds it to Waiters. Shoots from the elbow and misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Chicago. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Now here's Payne. Outside LaVine. Here's Mirotic. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. Levine's got his 3rd assist on the night.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up, or maybe even taking the lead?
The aggressiveness has picked up on both sides of the floor, and I'm not sure what took them so long to muster that, but here we are.
Lopez, and there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah, easy call.
That one drops. He ties it up. And some changes here for the Heat. Josh Richardson's checked in for Whiteside. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. Miami's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. There's the pick. Johnson dishes to Waiters. To the paint. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. While we have a break in the action, now let's check out the league's best shooting teams. Number 1, the Bulls.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
No good on the free throw.
The team just cannot get into a groove from the free throw line. It's a common problem for them.
Laverne, he's checked in for Chicago. Bobby Portis comes in for Mirotic. And Miami also making a switch. Johnson's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
He was able to tie it up, but he has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
Payne with it. Now the dish to Wade. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
A moment here to look at the numbers for Dwayne Wade. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 16 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Shooting 2.
That one is off.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
Some changes for Chicago. Valentine's checked in for Levine, and it's Grant in for Cameron Payne. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, disappointing not to convert all of them, but he did get the one to give them the lead.
Johnson outside. Kicks to Richardson. Pass to Johnson. Babbitt dishes to McRoberts. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Johnson, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Johnson's got his first basket.
And those kind of passes from McRoberts always seem to catch the defense completely off guard. That's what he does.
And it goes down 2 points. And the Bulls lead by 1.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's the screen. Johnson kicks to McRoberts. And not sure what he was thinking there. Here's Chicago. They're on a 19-6 run. Wade passes to Valentine. Down low, deflects the pass. Wade outside. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
A show of strength there from Dwayne Wade to muscle the shot in over the tough defense.
And Miami making a change here. Haslam's checked in. And that one misses. The Heat trail by 3. There's a good screen. Johnson outside. Richardson dishes to Haslam. Johnson, that's for 2. Money from the wing. Johnson's got 10 points.
Well, if you're going to talk about big men and passing, McRoberts is simply one of the best at dishing the rock.
Wade kicks to Grant. This is it to Portis. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. A baseline J. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Miami called for the foul.
2.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Wade. The Heat trail by 3. Now Richardson, 11 points in the game. Johnson outside. Stolen by Grant. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Miami also making a switch. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Josh McRoberts. Miami's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Johnson attacking. It's deflected.
Excellent anticipation from Laverne with the block. He constantly sends back shots with some velocity.
The Bulls have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Grant kicks to Portis. Back to Grant. It's deflected. Laverne passes to Grant. Sinks the three-pointer. Grant's got 5. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Johnson. 10 points for him. Johnson outside. Haslam a screen. Ellington from outside. It's hauled in by the Bulls. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Grant outside. And the pass to Portis. All sorts of time. A shot, no good. It's a close game here in Chicago. Johnson for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Portis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside. Morrow, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
All instinctual because he knows where he needs to go and then force the opponent to do something about it.
Now here's Grant. He has 5. And Morrow has it in the corner. Back to Grant. He kicks it to Laverne. He dishes it to Morrow. Kept alive. Laverne passes to Portis. Goes up again. Shot's good by Laverne. He has 6.
And when it comes to rebounds, Laverne is relentless on the glass.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Johnson kicks to Ellington. For 3, Richardson. Haslam dishes to Johnson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the third. Grant the pass to Morrow. Here's Portis. Grant outside. Here's the screen. And Laverne kicks to Grant. Good D by Johnson. The Heat trail by 3. Leaner. The shot by Ellington, no good.
Yeah, man, this game would shift drastically if he was on tonight and making those shots that we normally see him hit.
Grant dishes to Morrow. Nailed from three-point land. Morrow's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bulls. And it's Miami's ball. And here is Johnson. He's got 10. Johnson the screen. Three-pointer Ellington. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Bulls lead by 6. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
They're getting us out of stuff. Make hard cuts. Everything with force, okay? Come on.
And there's Eric Spoelstra asking his guys to play with a little sharper mind, with a little more intense, with more vigor.
And simply put, it's about reaching another level of intensity. When they're attacking, that's when they're at their best.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Chicago leading by 6. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Whiteside is out there with Luke Babbitt. Then there's Dragic. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Ellington in at the small 4.
And that's what you need to do. When you're the bigger man, you have to punish the defender inside.
Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. And it's the Heat with the ball. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. And it's Wade with the rebound.
Well, the D wasn't awful, but it wasn't stifling either. He really should have made that shot.
Payne can't hit.
Yeah, he's not hitting much of anything, but his team remains in front because of what they've done and how well they've been scoring.
Drills the three-pointer. And 11 points for Dion Waiters.
Look, I checked the numbers, guys. We know he is great from out there. He made 1 in the first half. Now he has 1 so far in this half. Look out.
Now here's Wade. And it's Lopez at the elbow. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
As soon as Wade looks up and sees his teammate all alone, simple pass, throws it ahead, uncontested jet.
Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 16th rebound on the night. Levine kicks to Mirotic. And finished off by Mirotic.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. That just happened.
And on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when they're trailing, but I think he's just trying to give his team a spark.
And what a dunk it was. And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Wade against Waiters. Clock at 6. Lopez sets a screen for Wade. Lopez outside. A fader. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Lopez. Lopez has got 4 assists now tonight. Dragic the pass to Ellington. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Waiters with a screen on Wade. Outside Dragic. Another miss by Dragic.
I don't even know why he's attempting some of those shots. It's just not smart basketball, and he needs to be more patient and let the offense come to him naturally.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And knowing that's the kind of D the opposition has been playing, he's going straight for the jugular, just like he should.
And the Heat call time here.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Yeah, maybe these matchups aren't the best for his defense. I'm sure he's taking a long look right now at the bench to find some answers.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. Three-pointers have hurt them tonight, and he told his players, we've got to play them better on the three-point line. We can't give them any more clean looks. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. In the corner, it's Ellington. Launches it. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Levine. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And he knocks down the first one. And so Levine nails both of them. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Whiteside and the jam by Whiteside.
Great to see Whiteside scoring at an efficient rate out there on the floor.
Now here's Wade. Pass to Lopez. Here's Levine. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Whiteside. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for the Heat. No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. The Heat trail by 11. Dragic with it. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. Off target with his 3.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Lets it go from 14. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade.
Not exactly sure what was happening there inside the heads of the players, but very frustrated they couldn't capitalize on the opportunity.
The Heat trail by 11. Dragic. Payne with the block. Raiders against Wade. Here's Payne. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Udonis Haslem.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Payne hits them both. And Miami has possession, trailing by 13. Dragic dishes to Waiters, 14 feet away.
And someone just was baited into that foul. Waiters with the herky-jerky move. Tough cover.
Free throw, good. Waiters. And he makes both free throws.
Well, we know about him being the 4th overall pick in the draft, and Waiters still trying to find a role on this team.
Wade outside. At the top of the key, Mirotic. No good that time. The Heat go the other way with it. Dragic kicks to Waiters. Again, the miss by the Heat. The Bulls leading by 11. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And it's Dragic with the rebound. From outside the arc. And there's the call on Udonis Haslem. That's foul number 2 for him. Josh McRoberts is checked in for Udonis Haslem. Bulls have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Mirotic the screen. Wade outside. Lopez a screen on Waiters. Wade kicks to Lopez. Mirotic has a wide open look. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Yeah, certainly an attitude change at halftime. After sort of wandering around in the first, he's kicked it into gear here for the second frame.
They set the pick. Here's Dragic, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
I'm not sure why anyone would leave him alone at that range. Head scratcher.
Now Payne. And there's the feed to Wade. Takes the 13-footer. It's hauled in by the Heat. Dragic the pass to Waiters. Back to Dragic. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
But the effort's been there for him, just not getting the results.
To the paint. Here's Babbitt. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Mirotic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the basket by Wade.
Are you surprised that Dwayne Wade is going to score that far in the paint? I'm not.
Dragic dishes to Ellington. Shoots. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Chicago leading by 13. Here's Levine. He feeds it to Mirotic. And here's Wade. Here's Levine. It's hauled in by the Heat. Mick Roberts has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Dishes it to Dragic. Here's Waiters. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And the Bulls making a change here. Portis is checked in. James Johnson's checked in for Miami. Josh Richardson comes in for Dion Waiters. Bulls have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Payne kicks to Levine. Inside. The shot's good from Lopez. And the Bulls lead by 15.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Richardson kicks to Dragic. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Dragic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Really nice to see Dragic explore that aspect of his game. The catch-and-shoot J is simply deadly.
There's a good screen. Lopez kicks to Wade. Back to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Outside Dragic. Feeds it to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Babbitt. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Clearly a foul.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Free throw good, Levine. And so Levine nails both of them.
Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
Outside Dragic. Johnson sets the screen for Dragic. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Zach LaVine.
Well, Dragic is very good with the basketball, but it seems like he's even better after he gets pressured. He does not dribble himself all that often into situations he can't find his way out of, either with the bounce or with the pass.
No good on the free throw. And with Dragic and his lack of turnovers, Brent, it's one of the reasons why he can play both guard positions with ease.
Well, I like how he can be aggressive, yet still play under control. That's when he's at his best. When the floor opens up and the Dragon has some space, he can light you on fire.
Agreed. Good on the second free throw.
And while Dragic doesn't get to the free throw line all that often, when he does, he's usually pretty good.
Here's Payne. Levine up top. Fires from 14. And that one comes up a bit short. The Heat trail by 16. Out to the right wing. For 3, Ellington. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Portis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Three-pointer, Wade. Rebound by the Heat. Dragic kicks to Babbitt. Here's Johnson. That one doesn't go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Wade passes to Payne. To the paint. Here's Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
And that's part of good coaching. The last thing you want to do is have total control of the game and give some back at the end. That's an efficient trip down the floor for them, able to finish in tight.
The Bulls leading by 16. Wade outside. It's Levine atop the key. Pass to Portis. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Releases from 15. Payne can't hit. The Heat trail by 16.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bulls.
Yeah, this has got to be one of the most rewarding wins they'll have this season. They could have easily gone quietly, but they fought back so hard.
They really did, and I think it shows a little bit of the character of this group, and that's a testament to them. When things seem to be their most difficult, they have a way of rallying around one another and looking to be at their best.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster. And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Lopez.
I mean, the guy was eating glass tonight. There's no other way to describe it. Showing so much effort on that end, and all those rebounds of his are why the score is what it is.
Dragic, no good off the front iron.
I think the defense was surprised that he did not knock that down. Clear defensive breakdown there, guys. Should have made him pay.
And here are the Heat. It's a 14-point game. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Payne. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Dwayne, you really got on the glass tonight. How did that happen?
Yeah, Coach told me to rebound. I've been trying to rebound lately, so just trying to get down there and help our big guys out.
Well, you helped him in a big way, Dwayne. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, seen here. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Robin Lopez. One could say he had quite a fourth quarter. Completely shut the door on any attempt by the other side to sneak this one out.
As efficient and offensive performance as you're ever going to see, and I mean ever. I don't care where your shots come from. You're not supposed to shoot that high of a percentage. Did he miss? I don't think he missed.
When you talk about rebounding, 20 is one of those magical numbers that tells you that a player had a truly special game. I think he had in his head that every single rebound was going to be his. And you know what? Most of them were.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.